Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another MAMG Let's Play of Valhalla. When we left off, we were prepping up for the New Year's party, and it looks like the time has come. You have no new notifications or reminders. Happy New Year! May all your wishes come true in a new bountiful year filled with health and joy. Alright, so it looks like, yeah, we're gonna go to the party and see how that goes. The Christmas party was interesting, and there was a lot of stuff that happened after the party, so I'm curious to see what's gonna happen here. So, I'll leave the closet open in case you want to hide from the noise. Thanks. So are we doing it here? At Jill's place? I don't know. Okay. The augmented eye is down for maintenance. Sorry for the inconvenience. That's weird. That's never happened before. Okay. Well, we have $4,100, but apparently I don't need to spend anything. So, hey, here we go. I shouldn't have to make any drinks, so I don't think. Well, let's see. Gil's in the back getting everything ready. I'll go grab some food I've ordered. They only agreed to work on New Year's if I want to pick it up myself. Are you alright? I'm scared. Gabby will show up at any minute. Relax, everything will be alright. I can assure you of that. Drink something. Maybe that'll cheer you up. Maybe. I'll leave you for a bit, but keep your chin up. If you get through this, I'll give you, I don't know, a hug. Does that work? A hug? A big one. A reward for after everything's said and done. I hope so. Gotta go. You can do it. Right. Everything's fine. You've been avoiding this for all these years. Now it's time to face it head on. Yeah. Everything's fine. Everything will be better after I talk to Gabby. Boss might even give me a hug. I'm okay. Hello. Gabby. Come in. Excuse me. Welcome to Hey! You talk first. No, Well, this is awkward. Some days ago, I got a letter. And even odder than getting a letter is the fact that it was from your sister. A what? My sister sent you a letter? That's the first I've heard of it. What did it say? I don't know. I never opened it. At least, not until now. Huh? I figured I should read it with you. Yeah, let's do it. Let's read it. Alright then. What does that sound? Sorry. Just that? Yup. Isn't there anything else in the letter? Maybe on the back. This is just like your sister. I spent days worried about this letter, not wanting to open it for fear of what it might contain. I lost sleep and appetite thinking about it. And after all those worries, after all those problems, after all these years not talking to her, she sends me a letter of all things. And she just says, sorry? Sorry for what? For our fight? For not talking all these years? Ah, now I'm pissed. Are you laughing? Sorry, I remembered all the times my sis provoked you that way. Like that time where she gave you chocolate labeled 1, 2, and 4 during Valentine's Day. And you were pissed about the lack of a 3. Or that time when you left an unopened beer bottle on the table and she sneakily opened it and took a sip. She didn't tell you she did it and you were confused all day long. She almost bragged she knew me like the back of her hand. If the letter was supposed to piss me off like that, then I guess she had all the rights to brag. Maybe she was being sincere though. She did express to me that she was sorry on more than one occasion. She did, huh? You told me she died from localized nanomachine rejection, right? In her heart, yeah. Instead of masses rejection that always makes the news, her case was more focused. They usually amputate or replace the part and call it a day. But organs are different. The condition made her susceptible to transplant rejections. Not to mention artificial hearts and genetic treatments were out of the question. Yup. Thing is, apparently, she suffered that way since she was 18, but kept it a secret from everyone. Why? Hell if I know. I was angry to learn that she hid it. Why didn't she tell me? Was it to avoid worrying me? Was she ashamed? What is it? Wait, how did she live so normally then? She had to use a serum, shots near her heart every 3 days. Apparently the serum burns like hell. The shot even left a nasty mark where she had to apply them. So the thing near her left breast wasn't a birthmark. And the rejection was what ended up killing her. The nanomachine rejection was what ended up killing her, but they couldn't find what made her so vulnerable. Doctors said that she might have missed a shot, or the shots made her other defenses grow weaker. The condition could have just gone nuts out of nowhere, or maybe it was blood pressure. Maybe it was a regular heart attack and the rejection acted afterwards. They don't know. She kept it a secret from everyone, so nobody knows. Maybe if she had told me about it, I could have helped her. Maybe she'd still be alive. Maybe she wouldn't have faced it alone instead of just dying in her sleep. Huh. Thinking about what ifs won't bring her back. Huh? I spent so much time hammering myself with what ifs after you told me she died. What if I waited to cool down a bit back then? What if I just swallowed my fears at that very moment? What if I had apologized earlier? What if I had given a chance to the Research Institute thing back then? And the amount just increased threefold after I lashed out at you the other day. But today, I realized something. Having such regrets with the dead is a hollow effort. You're alive. You're here. I can make amends with you, but I can't make amends with the dead. Jill is like really like philosophical when you think about it. Like the talk that she had with Dorothy and now this talk here, it's crazy how deep she is. I can't apologize to her like I can apologize to you right now. Jill. Lenore, she's resting now. She's just resting after having that heart condition all these years. She didn't have to face it alone though. If she only... So, let's celebrate her life and achievements. If we are to mourn, let's mourn her together. If we are to honor her, we'll do it together. Together? Lenore was a fun-loving person. The best we can do right now is to try to lighten up, even if it's only for a moment. I need to ask though, did she really start to complain about chest pain shortly after I left? No. She didn't get visibly worse after you left or anything. Everything was actually too sudden. She did complain about chest pains from time to time, but that actually goes way back before you left. Back then, we thought it was just acid reflux or something. Gods, I even blamed her death on you. I was just too angry back then, and part of me wanted to put the blame on someone or something. And you didn't deserve that. Sorry. Hey, I'm sorry too, you know. We both have things to apologize for. Don't think too much about it. I should have been mature and not shouted at you either, so... Let's just call it all that water under the bridge, shall we? Are you sure? Of course I am. So, how did you find me exactly? Well, have you heard of a message board called Danger/You? I have, yeah. Well, truth is that I visit it from time to time. And the other day, I read a thread that discussed the bar. And the description of the bartender sounded just like you. Huh. Are you mad? No, not mad. More like dumbfounded. Hey, Jill, can you tell me what the problem was back then? What sparked that fight? Weren't you happy with my sister? Well, back then, I didn't know what to do with myself after I graduated college. I went in and pretty much hated the my last couple of years there. It's not far-fetched to think that I only tolerated being there because your sister was with me. Had she stopped supporting my studies, I would have quit right then and there. And then after graduating, I got a very good job offer that she accepted on my behalf in no time. She kept saying it was the best for me and my future, but I was livid. Why did she have to do that? I hated it. I didn't even know if I wanted to go there, but she still insisted so much. Like she was forcing that burden on me. And then mine became our future, and she started talking about marriage. You were gonna get married? I don't think we ever took it seriously. It was just something she kept mentioning. Not like we didn't think about that down the line, but she mostly teased me with it. But the thought suddenly scared the crap out of me. I loved her, but I don't think I was ready for such a commitment, especially considering what she did. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I wasn't going to let her decide such a big thing for me. I mean, she could be really pushy from time to time. Like I said, I pretty much passed college thanks to being with her, and that was partly because she was so pushy. Even if she had the best intentions, she could be abrasive from time to time. And it rained down on me at that moment. She took it upon herself to make that choice for me. What would have stopped her once we'd gotten married? What if she suddenly decided to craft my life to fit her needs after marriage? I knew her. She would do it without thinking it was the best for me. But what about my freedom? My say on the matter? So that's where you stopped loving Lenore? No. I never stopped loving her, which is why it hurts so much, but you have to understand. I didn't want to wake up 40 years old and working a job I hate. Just out of routine, getting used to it. I wanted a break from everything for a while to put my thoughts in order. Regroup myself, think carefully about what to do next. I can understand. I've sometimes felt the same, although I'm not even in college. I was gonna say, she is your sister, so you probably have, experienced a lot of this yourself. So that's what led to you two fighting, huh? You know, the word fight makes it sound like we exchanged blows or something. It's all silly when I think back to it. Tragically silly. Maybe I was the one who started the fight, getting all defensive about not wanting to take that offer. Perhaps if I didn't overreact to her arguments about wasting this huge opportunity, maybe she wouldn't have lashed out at me this bad. It could have been avoided if I had just kept a cool head and talked about it with her. My sister said something like that. Huh? I told you she mentioned on more than one occasion how sorry she was about the whole thing, right? Should have listened to her to the end, but I kept pushing her. I should have kept a cool head instead of letting my jealousy take the best of me. Jealousy? It was her offer, not mine. Should have stopped projecting myself so much into her. Something like that. Lenore. We are quite the hotheads. You, me, my sis. You were supposed to be the mature one, you know? Play your role correctly. But why didn't you come back, Jill? Did you end up hating us that much? Did the break include us too? No, it's just that... Remember when your sister was giving a class and you broke a window? How you didn't want to see her for fear of being scolded? But my sister wouldn't have scolded you. But I was afraid. Dead afraid. I couldn't bring myself to face your sister. But I faced her back then, and I was like 7 at the time. Why couldn't you do it? It's not quite the same. In a perspective, no matter what reason I come up with, it will never make sense. Everything sounds very stupid when I look back, you know? Not that it makes things easier. I won't ever get to speak to her ever again, And it feels bad because it's stupid. I swear, you and my sis were meant for one another. You both moved on after all that, but neither had the courage to go back and say you're sorry. And like I said, berating myself over those past mistakes won't bring her back. I miss her so much though. We were together all the time. Always talking about dumb stuff. I wouldn't call my parents useless, but she was the one I could always talk to. I feel her absence every day. Everything is just so quiet now. She was an amazing person. Yeah, she was an amazing person. Mourning is fine and all, but we should be celebrating her life. If she was here, she would tell us that there's no fun in sulking for so long. She told you that all the time. The same way she told you to stop rubbing things in people's faces, both figuratively and literally. Hey, I was 8 back then. So, let's have a toast in her honor, shall we? A toast? Yeah, let me get you a drink. A drink? Don't worry, trust me. Something sweet. This is weird. What are we gonna make? Okay, so this one has optional, but I don't think this, like, I don't even care about the money, honestly, but like, I've never met Lenore. I'm not sure what kind of drink she would want. Sparkle Star. Blue Fairy. Blue Fairy might be nice. Moonblast has alcohol in it. I think Gabby's too young. Okay, yeah, let's do the Blue Fairy. Okay, so 4 of these. And 1 of these. Aged and mixed. So do I need to make 2 of them? No? Okay. Grab this for a sec. Okay. Lenore, I know you're watching from the beyond right now, as I give a drink to your little sister. It's obvious to me now that we both meant to make amends at some point, but we never got around to it. I can't apologize to you anymore, but I can at least, let me try that again. I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, but I can at the very least make you rest easier. So know that I'll look out for Gabby in your absence. I'll make sure Gabby grows into a fine woman, just like you were. I'll always be there for her. I'll be sure the little brat doesn't face the same problem you and I had. Hey! Want to add anything? I'll always miss her. That's so freaking sweet. Don't say it to me. Say it to her. That's a bit... Come on. Just this once. I'll always miss you, sis. Sis, you idiot. Why did you keep that secret for so long? Idiot. I almost told you everything. Wasn't I enough? You idiotic idiot. Hey, Jill. Promise me you won't be like that knucklehead. That you won't keep stuff like that to yourself. Only if you promise the same to me. And promise me we won't fight. I can't do that. Huh? You and I are both too thick-headed. Sooner or later we'll clash on some opinion. But what I can promise is that I won't run away like last time. We'll both cool off and talk it over like the adults we are. I'm not an adult. Let's face it, you've been more mature than I have. Hey, did you mean what you said? That you'll look after me? I'll always be there for you, Gabby. I mean, I'm not Lenore, but I wouldn't dare leave my little sister alone. Jill. Hey, wasn't this a toast? Right. For Lenore, faithful sister and girlfriend. Cheers. Cheers. So, about this drink. Can I drink it? Do you like it? Take a sip. It's not bad. Why not drink it then? You're with an adult. We might as well break the alcohol taboo here and now. No, I didn't put any alcohol in it. I put none. Right. Now that I think back to it, didn't your sister give you a beer once as a prank? Oh yeah, that. It was April Fool's. I should have known better when she offered me apple soda. That's actually a better lie than my grandpa told me when I went to Japan one time to a baseball game. He told me it was orange juice, and for some reason I was like 8. I thought it was orange juice. It was not. It was beer. He messed with me. It was cool. I mean, like, it wasn't cool, but at the same time, it's kind of a funny thing now to think about it. But I'm pretty sure I knew it wasn't like apple orange juice when I drank it, so I ended up like spitting it out. So he was kind of upset by that, but still kind of funny. I mean, come on, grandpa humor, right? Okay. I put bubble gum on the soles of all her shoes in retaliation. She walked funny, and my jaw hurt for the rest of the day. Yeah. But did you know you got my drink that time? Huh? She gave me a beer and it turned out to be apple soda. Oh. Did you get back at her? Well, I did hide all the dildos in the house that night, only to find out she knew how to use a cucumber. Okay. Why did we lose signal? Also? And as a follow-up, she used that same cucumber. Well then. Neat! Yeah, that's K. She said, so do you like eating me for lunch? Jill? I'll tell you when you're older. Or not. Or never at all. Yeah. Hey, Gabby. Do your parents know you're here? They think I'm at Claire's, actually. Who? Oh, she's my best friend at school. And this Claire knows you're using her as an excuse, right? Of course. How would she cover for me otherwise? True. Will you go to her house afterwards? To be honest, I didn't think that far. Maybe I will. I do live in another district, but Claire doesn't live close by, so... Well, it can't be helped. I live nearby and the streets aren't exactly safe at night. Why not stay with me tonight? Are you sure? I don't live in a mansion, but I'd say it's comfy enough. At least to spend the night. Also, there's an adorable cat. Sure, I'd love to stay with you. Great. Hey, does your dad still have that bakery? His bread was really good. Yep, he opened the second branch last year. So he's looking to expand. I think he got into a partnership with a friend in the Motor District. The guy saw an opportunity after realizing Motor District has almost no bakeries. I still remember when your sister introduced me to him. He started shouting, "I knew it! I knew you were a lesbian! Mark 1 for daddy!" I think he had this bet with an acquaintance of his since my sis was 12 years old or so. Dad said sis was into girls. The acquaintance didn't believe him. He bet a beer on whether he was right or not. That beer bottle is still in the fridge. It's even labeled Sweet Victory. Your mom and Lenore never made up, did they? I guess that one wasn't as simple as said one too many things argument. Mom was always obsessed with high society and her circle of friends. A lesbian daughter was a no-no. I actually was thinking it's really cool that the dad was for it and the acquaintance was the one that was against it. He's like, no, like, my daughter is totally into girls. It's fine. But apparently the mom did not approve. I'm still on my sis' side for that one though. Mom didn't reject her because she herself was homophobic. She did it because her friends were. To Mom, the opinion of her circle of friends was worth more than her own daughter. How did she react to her death? I don't know. Mom and Dad broke up 2 years ago. They did. Please tell me that Mom's with a woman, because that would be awesome. They never got married, so there was no proper divorce. I haven't seen her since August, I think. Did you two fight too? No, she just hasn't showed up. You must have felt alone, huh? I've been there. A bit, but I'm not alone anymore, thanks to you. Aww. Huh? I thought there was gonna be a party here. Yeah, I thought so too. Alma, over here. Party? A small New Year's celebration. Want to stay for it? I don't want a kid to burden... Don't worry, you won't. You only get cola for the night though. No alcohol. It'll give us time to catch up even more. I can introduce you to some friends. Are you in? If you don't mind me. Great. Hey Alma, come here. There's someone I want to introduce to you. That's really freaking sweet. Why does this feel like an ending? Oh my god! It ended? I didn't... What? Hold on. It ends now? But there's so many questions I have. Like, what about freaking Say and like her whole story? And Gil, what is he? What is Boss? Oh my god, I really did not realize that it was gonna end today. Whoops. I mean, I guess I've been playing it for a while, but I thought there was more to it. Like, I thought we were gonna roll into New Year's, and then like there's gonna be even more reveals for characters, and then we're gonna start meeting each other, you know, but I guess not. But at the same time, I'm not upset about it. Like, that's life, you know? Like, people go through stuff. Jill was the one who was like the center of the circle, so she saw each person coming into her orbit, but those people never intertwined. It makes sense. It's interesting. I think I just want more, you know? I want to see more. But, I guess I don't. Everyone who pre-ordered and you right there. Okay. Huh. Mom, Dad, family, and friends, thank you for all the support. This is for you. That's really sweet. I like this game a lot. Like, I can see why people are, you know, very supportive of it and why they enjoyed it. But I hope they make more. I hope they continue it, because you could easily pick this up and do more. Like, you really, really could. But yeah, I want to know more about Virgilio and maybe Mario and Jamie and what he does. Although we know he's like an assassin, but like, I just want to learn more. All right. So I guess that is it, unless there's some kind of scene at the end, or it's a fake out and there's like another half of the game, but I don't think there is. I feel like this is the end, but like, in all honesty, the main story was about Jill. We met Gabby, we found out about Lenore, and we kind of like got closure with that, you know, and I think that's what's most important. I hope that she's able to find another job once the bar closes down. Did you have fun? Yes? Also, what about the girl, Anna? The glitch girl. Yep. I also got to meet a cat boomer. Why did your boss hug you though? What? She's that kind of person. Now let's sleep. You were dozing off back there. So this is Jill and Gabby, I think. You're right. Good night, Jill. Like, is there a different ending? Because, like, what about Anna and, like, the whole breaking the fourth wall and all of that? I'm really confused. We'll play some more tomorrow. Good night. Good night, I guess. Okay, so that's it. So this is the end of Valhalla, but it is not the end of my Valhalla playthrough, because I think it was like the second episode in, I found out that there's a little plus sign in the top of the menu, and that you could actually play a prequel, which I think has to do with Jill and Gil and all the dogs that come into the bar during that time and the escapades that occur then. So I will do that in a separate video. It'll give me a chance to collect my thoughts and figure out what we're gonna play next or what we're gonna do. But unless there's something else at the end of this, I believe that's the end. Oh, Friday, February 3rd. Okay. This is good. Really good. You have no idea how long I've wanted some curry. I remember I meant to eat some, but then I had to pay for some drinks I spilled on the floor. That screwed up my budget. Oh! It's the least I can do after being such an obnoxious client. Yeah, about that. Mind if I ask something, Mr. Timothy Mercury? So you know. It's a small city. Turns out two very grateful girls became regulars and both of them were related to you. So, what's your question, bartender? Call me Jill. 2 questions, actually. The first one is, why did they brand you as a traitor? Because you killed the other guy? I don't know. It sounds weird considering the other guy assaulted 2 little girls. It was a cover-up. The guy was my superior. A high-ranking officer like him, assaulting innocent civilians? That would be unthinkable. On paper, at least. On record, I hurt the girls and killed him before another unit subdued me, then escaped from their custody. In reality, that's all I needed to know. Sorry for bringing that up. Didn't you have another question? Yeah. How did you build this restaurant so fast? It's a small city. Turns out 2 very grateful girls tracked me down to thank me. One of them was rich and the other noticed I smelled like curry. Those 2 are really nice girls, huh? They didn't deserve what that bastard did to them. Excuse me. Oh, speaking of the angels. Oh, that's a sweet phrase. Speaking of the angels, I like that. Timmy, 2 special curries, please. Oh, hi, Jill. Saturday, February 25th. So, are we getting closure? I can't believe you actually made me do that sleepover thing. You didn't have to accept, you know. Shut up. I'm having a good time. See? Even Gabby's having fun. Relax a bit. Yeah, whatever. You know, Alma, you remind me a bit of my sis. I do? How? You always manage to get a reaction from Jill. Sis always said that Jill acknowledging your presence is the best way to know she likes you. You're talking too much, Gabby. Aww. It's different with you, though. With my sis, Jill was more frustrated. Like this one time where she bought her a shirt that... You're talking too much, little girl. Sure, that what? That had a pic of a cucumber on it. Cucumber? Ow! Just what are you doing with my hair? Sorry, it got stuck in one of my fingers. Seriously? So I'm a bit like Lenore then? No, you just remind me of her a bit. Moreover, my sister wasn't as what this girl's trying to say is that with your boobs in your butt, you could build Lenore in a half that comes out of the mass. That just means there's enough to share with both of you. Share? You're talking too much, Alma. Friday, January 15th. Okay. What is all this? I like this. But why did we go back? We went from February to January. So, yeah. The guy had a fantasy about a woman castrating him. I tried for an hour to convince him it's a bad idea, and I finally got to him. We finally moved the bedroom, and it turns out the guy has a weird implant where his testicles should be. It's basically a removable ball sack. I suppose the guy really liked the fantasy and made sure he could live it out properly. Okay. Anna and Dorothy are together. What? I once saw a guy in the hospital in the emergency room after having been castrated to fulfill a fantasy. I wonder if it's the same guy. I have enough problems with just one, you know. Just one what? With just listening to one of your anecdotes. You told me about the Neo Tijuana thing, and now this. Don't you have a more subdued story? Come on, Joe, you're an adult. You can take that much. Shut up. Well, Last time I spoke with my mom, I asked her the story of her daughter. Turns out her name was Anna. Huh. And now you pretend it's a surprise? Quiet, you. She fought against nanomachine rejection for most of her life. She even lost a girlfriend she made in the hospital to that same sickness. Apparently, sometime after she got out of treatment, a truck hit her and killed her. But even then, she was amazing. She was? Huh? Yeah, she kept up her studies while still in the hospital. She was a self-taught honor student. Not only that, but she also ranked among the top 5 candidates in the last 3 college admission exams. She also played the piano and guitar. Well, being confined to a room does that, I guess. I mean, fully able-bodied people can barely do half of that. But she practically accomplished all that by herself. And she also beat nanomachine rejection, a disease that only 2% of the humans suffer, and even less survive. It took a trucking truck to take her down. She was great, and to think I'm sort of like her sister. Silly Becky. Honey, did you say something? I did not. Weird. I swear I heard somebody call me Silly Becky. Come again? It's not uncommon for me to hear stuff from far away and think I've heard it nearby, but you're the only one nearby that knows my real name, so it was weird. Oh well. As I was saying, the Pulsat guy. Oh my god! I'm getting all the closure I wanted, but oh my god! I guess this is where we part ways, huh? Sadly, I'm bound to this city. I can only falsify my identity effectively around here. I really want to thank you, Chief, for the second chance you gave me. If we ever cross paths again, Gil, we're leaving for like a week and a half or something. Don't be so dramatic. But And you're taking care of my apartment? We will cross paths because I live there. The time you spend setting up a useless farewell could be used asking me things about the place. Like where the switches and valves are. But I already know. They're in that control panel you made. But I like talking about that control panel. I'm proud of it. Speaking of excessive likes, Jill, stop calling Armitage. She'll take care of Floorball for you just fine. I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about me. I've never been away from 4 this long. I don't know what I'll do. You'll do just fine. You did pretty well for the last 25 years before finding him. Yeah, but we're leaving. Oh yeah, before I forget. I left you a box of condoms on the first drawer of the desk, Gil. You what? You what? Hey, he wants to bring his new girlfriend or whatever here. I want him to be ready. Oh, but just one condition. If you're gonna do it like rabbits, stay away from my room. I have too many pics of my emoto there, and then I don't want their eyes soiled. Like, is it literal little sisters, or are we talking like anime sisters? Emo who? Little sister. Then just say little sister. Yeah, whatever. First up, Panama. Panama? Okay. You can now save heart data. Loading heart data from the title screen or bar will let you start over from the day while keeping your items and money. Oh. Oh. Wow. So that's it. That's the end of the game. Okay, so yeah, next time we will go ahead and encounter this little plus sign over here, which is called, I don't know what it's called actually. Yeah, the prologue and Anna. Huh, there's 2 of them. Okay, so depending on how long they are, we may do 2 separate episodes or we may do 1, but we will find out all of that next time. So until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys on the next MAMJ Let's Play.